I'm super excited to report on this one. One of my favorite athletes, junior athletes that is, Kerrica Hill and Habiba Harris safely through to the semifinals. Hill looked incredible. And, so close and yet so far for the Jamaican men in the 100-meter finals last night at the World Under 20. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button until we continue to grow. You do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. And ready? Yep. Good to go. Well, as you know, the World Athletics Under 20 Championships is ongoing in Lima, Peru. In fact, today is day number 3. And people, I started the morning super hyped and excited because one of my all-time favorite junior athletes, yes, that's possible, Kerrica Hill, was going to be in competition in the women's 100-meter hurdles. And I am declaring, without a doubt, she's winning this competition. Winning. And we're winning right now. Me say we're winning right now. Anyway, last night, Deandre Daley got so close to the medals in the men's 100-meter finals. And Kerrica gave a good account of himself. But unfortunately, I was once again correct because I did say the two South Africans and the Japanese were the problem. I got the order of the wins incorrect though. I thought the South African who won would have come third and the one who came third would have won. Deandre Daley, as I stated, was just off the podium, which means he took that dreaded spot of 4th. I think that might be the worst spot for a final in any sprint competition. You're just right there, but you just didn't quite make it. But I thought he gave a good account of himself. And Kerrica took the 5th position. The winners are, of course, these young men, first into 3rd. And of course, we have to tell them congratulations. These young men worked very hard. It was Deandre Daley who won this one in 10.19. Boonson took second in 10.22. Remember, I said I had no clue who he was until the competition. And the person who I thought would have won, Bradley Nkona, South Africa, came third in 10.26. Deandre Daley was just off the podium in 10.33 seconds, coming 4th. And the Japanese, who I think came in with the fastest time, or one of the fastest times, Nishoka, came 5th in 10.43, and Kerrica came 6th in 10.44 seconds.
And he didn't get the start. He didn't get the start alongside him. Walaza is galloping away. It's heading for a South African 1-2, but here comes Boonson. South Africa.
Although both young men, Kerrica as well as Jamaica's Deandre Daley, did not medal, I would like to say congratulations to them. I think they gave a good account of themselves, and I think the best is yet to come for both of these young men.
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
In today's morning session, day number 3, let's take a look at the hurdlers. Let's first look at Daniel Beckford and Richard Hall. Both, of course, participated in this morning's 110 meters hurdles heats. First, let's talk about Daniel Beckford. Young Daniel Beckford ran 13.74 in his heat to place 4th, so I am not certain he will be advancing to the semi-finals.
And Korblaka gets into his running now. The Japanese athlete, maybe his closest challenger, Hashimoto, on the inside. Oh, Hashimoto's had a disaster.
So Daniel Beckford, as I said, took fourth in his heat. Easily winning his heat was Richard Hall. Hall won his heat in 13.58 seconds. Had a weird start, but seemed to settle in. When he got out of the blocks, he just sort of stood straight up, which is kind of unusual, and that's not what you're supposed to do. But by I'd say the 8th hurdle, he was fully in command because he did have the fastest time going into that heat and won comfortably. As I said, Richard Hall won his heat in 13.58.
So am I, to mention it. William Wong started well. Keep an eye on the Bulgarian on the inside, Kazabov, because Wong clattered that hurdle for Australia. That's killed his prospects.
If Hall gets through to the finals, the semi-finals, of course, is happening later today, he should be one of the contenders to medal based on what I saw this morning. The reigning national junior women's 100-meter hurdles champion, Habiba Harris, she did okay in her heat. Didn't look like her usual self. Seemed to have been a little slow to start and then kind of picked up. And actually, that's not true. She got a very good start, but about the third hurdle in, I'm not quite sure what happened. But she did enough to get through to the semifinals. And in fact, over the last hurdle, shut it down. I think she has a whole lot more left in the gas tank. I'm just not quite sure what happened this morning. But the good thing is that she's made it through to the semifinals. And I do have her down as a possibility for a medal in the finals once she gets through to the finals. Habiba Harris, is one of our favorites here at Peter Lloyd World. She's such a talented young lady. Habiba Harris ran 13.74 to take second in her heat, but she's safely through to the semifinals.
Set.
Did get away well. Harris Abizovsky quickly though into her running, quicker into her running than Harris was, and now clearly leading on a high from last night, is pulling Harris away. You have a faller, I think that was De Segler of Belgium, went down.
So Habiba Harris makes it safely through to the semifinals. I think she'll look much better in the semis later today. Now, the person I was most excited to see run this morning is Kerrica Hill. No shame in my game. Huge fan of this young lady, and I absolutely think she's going to dominate in the finals. The truth is there are some great young hurdlers there, but no one is in her class. Like, there is just no one there in her class, and it was demonstrated in her heat. She just was so comfortable in cruise control and won by about 5 meters. That is not something that happens very often in a 100-meter hurdles competition, okay? That is not the norm. I was a little concerned because she has some wrappings around both her thighs, but I am not sure because, like I said, I have people on the ground there and they're telling me that Lima is very, very cold, uncomfortably cold. So I'm not sure if this is for support, because we know that she has had a few injury issues, or if it's simply a good idea just to keep her thighs warm. It could just be that. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to see if I can find out what that's about. But people, she won. She's just in a whole different league. I mean, I'm not taking that. There's some great talent there, but I'm telling you, none of these young ladies is at her level. They're just not. I think it's almost safe to say she's going to repeat unless something unforeseen happens, and that's just not going to happen. Kerrica Hill running out of heat 1 in women's 100-meter hurdles at the ongoing World Athletics Under 20 Championships 2024 being held in Lima, Peru. Won her heat in 13.18, the fastest qualifying time going into the semifinals. There's just absolutely no one there who is even close, seriously speaking.
Set.
And cleanly away this time. Not quite as good start this time for Kerrica Hill, but it is a very, very good start. Now she is running away with this race. It is Kurkukuren of Belgium who is coming through for that second place as well. And
Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. Yes, I am very excited to see Kerrica Hill running in this competition. As I said, I've somehow missed her last 2 runs in Jamaica. I don't know how that happened. Kind of weird. Once I don't know what happened. But anyway, I'm a huge fan, and we were the first person to feature Kerrica Hill on YouTube. Absolute first. And no shame in my game, I'm a huge fan. Also a huge fan of Habiba Harris, another incredible young talent on the rise. Like I said, not sure what happened to her. She got a great start in her heat, and then about the 3rd hurdle in, just not sure what happened. It could just have been that the other young lady was just a better hurdle at this point. As for the men, Hall looked good, meaning in 110 meters hurdles heats that you just watched earlier. I think Richard Hall is definitely one of the contenders. But the way he got up out of the blocks, I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you that properly. He literally just stood up straight out of the blocks, and that's something you should absolutely never do. Not sure what happened there. And then he sort of found his form towards the last 3 or 4 hurdles, and then completely shut it down coming over the last hurdle long before he hit the line. He looked good, but I'm sure that the coaches will talk to him about what he did. That form was just no. Daniel Beckford, still not sure. I'm still not yet sure, because as I'm doing this, they're still having the hurdles competition. So I am not sure. I don't think he made it through, but I'm hoping I'm wrong about that one. Gave a decent account of himself. These are youngsters. They'll only get better from the experience. Now, as for the men's 100 meters, Gary Card is a great talent, and Deandre Daley is an exceptional talent. I do believe both young men did their best, but on the day, as I had said in previous videos, I just thought that the 2 South Africans were going to be like hard to beat, and the Chinese athlete. I was completely off about the Chinese athlete, but then I'd mentioned Bono. Is his name Bono? Bundo, no, Bono, no, whatever. No disrespect meant to the young man. But he just came out of nowhere, people, and he ran a great race. It was a great 100 meters, and I believe that both Card and Deandre Daley gave great account of themselves. These experiences will only help both of these young men. They will only learn and grow from them. Card in particular is very young, and Deandre Daley, I think, is just on the cusp of hitting that sub 10. I really believe this. So that's it. In terms of the hurdles for the morning session, of course, we'll be covering the semifinals, which happens in about 3 or 4 hours. But people, Kerrica Hill just looks unbeatable. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. Now, don't forget to go over there and support our online merchandise store, not channel. We'll leave a link in the description below. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and the like button. Remember, your royals, kings and queens. Bless up.